Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you very much for joining me again today for another card making tutorial. And today's project is part of our Project Share project blog hop that we run every month. This is with my friends Jill, Jez and Heather. So we do our weekly share on a Thursday, and then once a month we do a little blog hop. So in the description you'll find a link to my blog post, and there you'll find links to all their projects too. The theme is thank you, so a really nice time of year to be thinking about making thank you cards. Our friends overseas will be celebrating Thanksgiving in the not too distant future as well, so just something to bear in mind if you have friends overseas. And then of course we want to send thank yous for our any birthday gifts and Christmas gifts that we might be getting. So this is my offering, and I've kept it really simple today, and I've pulled out this stamp set called Little Delights. I think this is a real little treat in the catalogue. This is in the mini catalogue, and I just think it's really versatile, simple to use, lots and lots you can do with it. So it does have this nice thank you sentiment in there, which I pulled out, and I've just used those leaves to create almost like a little arbour, if you like. And I've switched the orientation, so it's not something, this isn't an orientation I use a lot, but I don't know, it came to me in a flash of brilliance and I thought, oh yeah, okay, let's try that. I've used cinnamon cider, bumblebee and so saffron as my inks there. This is the bumblebee gingham ribbon, and these little embellishments are the merriest wonderful gems. That's it, wonderful gems. Okay, so they're a lot like the elegant faceted gems, but they have glitter in them. So these ones are clear with the gold, and they also come in red in this pack. Okay, so we've got these wonderful gems. Those are also in the winter catalogue. Okay, so those are the embellishments I used. Alright, so as always, I'll try and give you an alternative colourway to use. Alright, so this time we are going to switch into the greens. I'm going to switch out the stamp set for the other set of leaves, just to give you a different option. Oh, and I've kept it on white card base as well, just for simplicity really. So here we are with our card base, white card base, a full card layer which will be 4 by 5 3/4, and I've got a little scrap here which is ½ inch. No, it's not even that, it's about just short of ½ inch, but it was a scrap I had in my little bucket there that was perfect for the sentiment. So I've just got that to stamp. I'm going to do the stamping in mint macaron and just jade, and I just realised I hadn't pulled out a sentiment colour. Now with these muted greens, I actually think that they would look good with a grey sentiment actually. Could go shaded spruce, but let's go basic grey too dark, do you think? Let's go basic grey. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Okie dokie then. So I think I can get my sentiment stamped first. So I've just brought in some scrap. This is just grid paper that's been cut down for ease of use. Bring in my basic grey, get my sentiment stamped. So this is just a, like I say, it's just a skinny little scrap that I had in the had to hand. So I'm just going to lean over that as best I can, stamp that down onto this little skinny strip. Okay, and just to it's not just a little simple trick. If you just cut off angles, it's quite an easy way to add something to the ends of that without necessarily getting out any punches or dies or anything else like that. So I'm just cutting that off at an angle, and then if it doesn't go on quite straight, it's less obvious as well. Okay, so that was basic grey for the sentiment. Bringing the card in layer here, and as I say, I've got the just jade and mint macaron. So I'm going to build up the sort of base, if you like, with the lighter colour, which in this case is the mint macaron. And what I'm going to do is sort of work from the centre up and then turn it around and work from the centre down or up, because I will have turned it. And we're going to use first and second generation ink just to build up this sort of central panel. So not re-inking in between, just building that up. I have re-inked there, haven't I? So let's just take that off and put this one in over here. You do get a slightly different effect if you stamp off onto your grid paper rather than onto the cardstock. It's going to go off the edge, but that's fine. Okay, so I'm just building that up. The ribbon in the this is from the Flowers for Every Season collection, and this is actually thicker than this one. I think this might be a 1/4 inch, and this one's 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so I'm just trying to sort of span that out just a little bit. Flip it round, and we'll go out this way. And we'll fill in some more with the Just Jade. Okay, so we're just building up this lovely foliage. Give that a quick wipe. It is a light ink, so it probably wouldn't matter if you went straight into the other ink, but we won't risk it. So this is our Just Jade, which we're just going to pop in some extra little bits just for some depth. To build that up. No second generation on these ones, I'm just doing the first generation ink. Okay, so that's built up this really nice leafy sort of bow, if you like. And that is it for the stamping. The rest is just putting things together. Okay, so I will bring in my Stampin' Seal. That's my adhesive of choice generally when we come to making things like this. So I'm just going to cut a length of ribbon that I can span across the height of my card. So we're going to just wrap, I think is the word I was looking for. Which we will just wrap around the back there, just secure that with a bit of Stampin' Seal. You could go all the way to the edge on this if you preferred, if you thought you needed some more. Just giving you another idea of something you can do. Create another layer, and of course lots of different colours that we can use to create that panel. Think about whether you want a full panel as well. You could cut that down and layer it as well. And that's going straight onto a white card base, which I've put down. There it is. So just get that lined up at the bottom, white on white. Very elegant, and just lets the colours pop off the page. Okay, so just make sure that's well adhered. Give the top a good sharp crease, as we always do. Okay, so just make sure that's in place. Now on this one, I tied a knot and then put my sentiment over the top. And I thought this time it might be cute to do a bow. So I'm going to leave the ribbon on the spool. Make make 2 bunny ears and wrap that over. So again, I'm just offering you a different look. If you wanted to do the knot in the same way as I've done on the original sample, then you can go ahead and do that if bows aren't your forte. But these sort of tie in the air bows, if you like. If you don't have to wrap it round something and get it neat, these turn out generally better than if you try and trying to tie a knot and then keep it tight while you do your loops is often a challenge. So I'm just going to cut that long for the moment. So this is part of a trio of ribbon. You get a really nice white ribbon, the Just Jade, and you get a silver and misty moonlight twine, which is gorgeous. I'm going to use a couple of mini dimensionals on the ends of my sentiment there, so I'm not going to peel off the backing until I'm satisfied that I've got this in the right place. In fact, you know what, I'm still going to double it up. I doubled it up on the other one to get it over the knot, but I think I'm still going to double these up just because I can, and it will just make it, because that ribbon quite bulky. So let's see how that looks. I definitely want it further, I want it sort of lower down on the card, that's all. Okay, yep. So I'm going to pop that down. Trusty glue dots are by far the best way to stick down bows. So there's you just press it on and then lift it off, and the glue dot comes off onto the back. It's quite fascinating actually. Not quite sure how that works, but anyway, it does. So we want to stick that down so it's not obscuring the sentiment too much. Clip the tails so that they look kind of even, and that is it. Really super simple card. Hope you like it. And that was using Just Jade, mint macaron, and then basic grey for the sentiment with the Just Jade gingham ribbon. Okay, if you want to secure this, you can just put another glue dot underneath the ribbon, so you can do that with a pokey tool. Just lift a dot off the paper and then just tuck that underneath, it'll stop that from shifting around. This one isn't too bad for some reason, I don't know. So yeah, mint macaron, Just Jade ribbon, basic grey for the sentiment. So saffron and bumblebee with bumblebee ribbon, and I've used cinnamon cider for the sentiment on this one. Just realised that the embellies were missing, so as we had those what did I call them, the wonderful gems, these are a very similar product with the those sort of faceted gems with the glitter inside, and these are mint macaron and pale papaya, and these are called the genial gems, which are part of one of the suite. I think it's the hand penned suite that they come with. So those are very similar embellishments there, just to finish that off in our wonderful little trio that we usually have. Cute, really pleased with those. Hope you like those. Links to the products I've used are in the description. Please do check out the blog post and the other entries in our blog hop this month, and see what everyone else has made too. Thanks for joining me. Hope you're all staying well and safe and everything. And that's it from me today. Take care everybody. See you soon. Bye.